There you go. No worries.
Let's see the sign, Michael. Nice.
It is telling that these Democrats are so nakedly serving the interests of blood-sucking corporate landlords, big businesses like Amazon and the billionaire class, that they are having to have Republicans come here and openly support them. It is embarrassing and disgusting.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? When our rights are under attack, what do we do?
All right, Victoria, thank you.
Hello, my name is Victoria Palmer. I'm a Seattle resident in District 6 and an executive board member of the King County Republican Party. I came today to express my sincere appreciation for the Democrats on the council that are working to bring back the livability of our beautiful city of Seattle, and specifically to reverse the extremist policies enacted under the influence of former council member Kshama Sawant. Thank you for acting to find balanced solutions that bear in mind the needs of business owners as well as workers, landlords as well as tenants, and taxpayers as well as beneficiaries. Thank you very much.
Speaker 2.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Hendrix. I happen to be also the legislative chair of District 36 GOP here in Seattle. I'm a longtime resident, a longtime listener to the council. Thank you all for your service and pursuing elected office. We appreciate it. Some 37% of Seattleites rent the place they call home, so are tenants entering into a contract. The median income of our renters is over $79,000, 61% above the median income of renters in the U.S. The Department of Housing and Urban Development considers households whose spending is 30% of income on rent and utilities to be burdened. Seattle, among the cities with the highest rental households, ranks third lowest. Between the allowance of the city of Seattle already for rent control, together with the governor's...
Thank you. I'm sorry, we only have 1 minute to speak, but I know it goes fast, but please send in your comments. You're welcome to do so.
Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Karbowski. I'm a retired anesthesiologist physician. I work at Group of Health, and perhaps I took care of you or someone you know. Anyway, I'm here to basically how much we support you guys. You know, in the past, I think city council was, too many progressive ideas that were destroying the city. And I think you guys know more about common sense, which is what we support. So in my past history, I was lucky enough to march with Martin Luther King back in the 60s when I was in Memphis. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Firstly, want to say not at all surprised to see the Republican Party cheering on the current Dems on the council.
I'd like to echo that it is no surprise at all that Republicans are here in support.
The Democratic Party doesn't represent us any more than the Republicans. They represent the same billionaires and corporate landlords. And in fact, Republicans are here to support Democratic council members in attacking working class renters.
Pause.
Please pause.
I thought I didn't have to go through this again. Come on, you guys have been here before. You know the rules. The definitions of, I'm just going to read a few examples just so it's all in the book so I can say that I read it out. Failure of a speaker to comply with the allotted time. Outbursts, comments that are not in compliance with Rule 11C2A, which is the City Council agenda, or 11C3A. Delaying the orderly conduct of progress of the public comment period. Use of an allotted individual comment period for purposeful delay, etc. Goes on and on and on. Behavior such as threats, personal attacks, or use of racial, misogynistic, or gender-related slurs and abusive language. Failure to follow the direction of a presiding officer. Please go ahead with your comments.
What the city council should be doing is expanding renters' rights, not slashing them. If the city council actually cared about the people they represent, they'd take our side instead of throwing us under the bus for big business and big landlords. Thank you.
And as a reminder, your time will begin as soon as the next person's comments ends to allow us to hear all speakers. Thank you.
As Trump and the Republicans are laying off hundreds of thousands of federal workers and trying to slash funding for programs like Medicare and Medicaid, what are the Democrats here in Washington and Seattle doing? They're shamefully cutting $7 billion in the state budget and slashing programs that working and poor people rely on. They're attacking the renters' rights here in Seattle that were won through working class movements led by Kshama's socialist city council office. They decry Trump as evil and then turn around and attack working and poor people. The winning of these renters' rights represents a seizing of some of the profits of big business and helps keep working and poor people from ending up on the street. That's why I'm a member of Workers Strike Back. We need a new party for working people, and that's why you should join Workers Strike Back today. Solidarity. When renters' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When renters' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
You're already running my timer. I haven't even started.
Reset the timer.
She hasn't spoken yet. Reset the timer.
If you want to start,
Please restart the timer. Restart the timer.
Restart the time! Restart the time!
No.
Restart the time! 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 Restart
This is actually disruptive behavior.
Restart the time! 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 You don't deserve any slack, Sarah Nelson. No, you don't. My big landlord. Who the fuck are you kidding? You're attacking people. You deserve no slack at all.
restart the time.
Say something else, Sarah. Let her speak! Let her speak! Let her speak! Let her speak! Let her speak!
Shame on the city council for attempting to dismantle ethics rules so as to repeal the historic renters' rights victories working people won through the decade of my socialist city council office. All these council members are Democrats. It is telling that these Democrats are so nakedly serving the interests of blood-sucking corporate landlords, big businesses like Amazon and the billionaire class, that they are having to have Republicans come here and openly support them. It is embarrassing and disgusting.
That's right.
Shame! Shame on the MLK Labor Council leaders, Katie Garrow and Tom Lambro, among others, for endorsing out-and-out corporate Democrat Bruce Harrell, who, with his fellow Democrats on the City Council, have attacked working people for over 4 years. Workers should demand that the MLK Labor leaders rescind that endorsement. But it is not the only embarrassing endorsement by the Labor leadership. They also endorsed Joy Hollingsworth, who attempted to undermine our historic...
Much. Your time is expired. We are starting the timer for the next person. Your time is up.
Let's do that again.
You are taking the time of your compatriots.
When
We will not start the time over. No, here's how the timer works. You get a minute. If you are going to break into your colleague's time by chanting in between speaking, that is going to take time away.
Restart the timer! Restart the timer! Restart the timer!
Hello, I am Ashton Hope, a pacifist from Capitol Hill, to speak on ethics and your safety. Sarah Nelson, let's take a look into the future you want. You successfully destroy the ethics code and use that destruction to make your landlord cronies a few more $1,000s. I wonder how much money Brian Thompson spent convincing himself he could just kill karma every time it came knocking.
Yet Democrats on this council are trying to take rights away from renters that were won through struggle, through thousands of working people, and through Kshama Sawant's Socialist City Council office. Any Democrat who votes for this, or any Democrat who doesn't join us in fighting back against this, should be thrown out of office.
Because we need a new party for working people if we want to tax the rich to pay for affordable housing, Medicare for all, and all the things we need to live. We need to fight for it as workers, independently in our own mass movements, untied from this horrific, toxic, rotten big business party. When renters' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When renters' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
That's right.
One more remote speaker.
Thank you. So to the renters group, I totally understand. I'm also a renter in Shoreline, and rent is high. I totally understand that. I own a home in Florida as well. I just want to say that we have, it looks like Generation Alpha and Generation Z in the room with us. And as adults, if we can just be respectful so we can get through the meeting. I'm here just as a resident and wanting to hear what's going on. And it's so much screaming that my head is starting to hurt. So I just ask that we all be adults here. We have young people in the room watching us. And if we can just state our points, but be respectful. It's absolutely ridiculous and embarrassing to watch on camera with a back pain and just trying to see what's happening with City Council and all the screaming. I can barely watch it. Thank you.
Disrespectful.
That was our last speaker.
Okay, we've reached the end of the list of registered speakers. The public comment period is now closed.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This